Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the brand new video. And today we're gonna talk about this. What is actually is this, and how it is being derived, and we'll further talk about the transmission line theory where we left from the start. Okay. So I'm Stavan Suthar. I'm a second year electronics student, and I teach these difficult concepts. Also, I make projects, and I can also do reviews about different electrical components and give you a good right advice on what to buy, what not to buy. So I cover all the various domains in electronics, but I'm just a college student, so I just share my experience. So yeah, let's get started. So this actually is the source current. This is the receiver end current. Okay, this is gamma, which is a propagation constant. Okay, now why did we take E here? Okay, you might think that why are we taking E here? See, the reason for taking E here is just because for the sake of simplicity of calculations. There is no other reasons for taking E, but we're going to derive on how we come across. So you can clearly see I made the circuit diagram here. We have just connected one source, okay, which has the EMF E. This is AC source, sinusoidal wave producing. Okay, now I had one more thing I didn't say in the last video, is that why we take this as 1/2. There is a reason for taking this as 1/2, because it will simplify our calculations. Instead of taking Z1, it will basically be it's divided into two parts, so our calculations will become more good looking. That is the only reason. If you do it with Z1, then you will still get the answer, so it's not a big deal. Okay, now we just basically take these two loops. The current flows like this and this. We are assuming these directions of current, and then we have solved them by applying loop, Kirchhoff's loop, okay, loop law, voltage rule or voltage law, and then we write the equations and simplify them. So I've just written a few equations right now. So the first loop is very simple. E is equals to this, then the difference between the two. Okay, this is going like this, okay, clockwise, and this is going anti-clockwise, so it's opposite directions, right? So it gets minus and then the resistance. Similarly, loop 2. Okay, now I just simplify loop 2 here in the next step, and this is the equation I get. And then I just simplify I1 and I2 different. Okay, there's nothing else I'm doing here. It's pretty straightforward equations. If you see once for yourself, you'll understand everything. Now this I1 by I2 is actually e raised to gamma. Gamma is the propagation constant. Why take E? Okay, so E is only taken because of simplicity in calculations. The equations become simple, and then eventually you'll see why we take E. Okay, and I will get to that, but this is one of the reasons. Now propagation constant means basically when you are propagating from one T section to another T section, what is the thing that is happening, right? Something will be multiplied. Okay, something must be carried forward. So that is what is basically represented by this propagation constant. So yeah, this you have to solve till here. There are further equations. I mean, you can write till here. I mean, there are further equations, and we'll continue. Now I've just written a few further steps. See, with each loop you can write this. This is the loop 1, this is loop 2, this is loop 3, and so on till this. So basically these are get cut, right? Then this 3 will get cut, and so on. So eventually what will be left? Till n we will have I1 by In. And if you take this propagation constants, taking E will only help in adding these powers, right? This will be added, right? That is why we are just taking this E, okay, for simplicity in calculation. Now basically finally we rewrite this equation, this and this, and this is equal to Is by Ir. It's approximately means the source side current is equal upon this receiver side current is equal to this ratio. So we have beautifully established a ratio or a value of ratios between source side current and receiver end current, which will help us in solving further equations, you know, for suppose if let's say two-port systems, two-port networks, or let us help us cross check if our values are correct or not. So there are multiple applications where this can be used. Okay, now there are further equations still in here, but I am not writing them because this is not a educational channel, like pretty much very much class based type thing. I'm just here to explain the main concept, why we are doing this, why is doing that, so that you get the basic idea and understanding of what is happening. If you really want me to further solve the questions, so always make sure to comment down below, so I'll make sure that I'll go till the end and do as per your class requirement is. Otherwise there are still a lot of equations. Let me show you. See here there is, I hope it's clear. Yeah. So you can see here these are the further equations. Then you gotta solve in this part I said, right? We have to solve this binomial now. Open through binomial theorem, and then it goes on. Right? See, look at this. You have to remember all of this binomial theorem, and then replace it with delta x, and then keep solving till you get to a point where you get this value of propagation constant, that is gamma is equals to under root of this. Okay, now I have to tell you what these are. Okay, you remember in the last lecture I've drawn this. This is actually this. So this whole is represented by z delta x. Delta x is the particular element of the T section, element or elementary T section of the whole cascaded T section, and this is basically g delta x. Okay, this is also y. We can also write it as y delta x. But this is actually shunt admittance, but this is impedance. This is what? Series impedance. And this part y delta x is actually shunt admittance. What do you mean by this? Shunt actually means parallel, and admittance you already know. Inverse of impedance is admittance. So it has the units of mho. So to convert this into ohms, I need to write it as 1 by y into delta x. And you substitute in here and all that stuff, and then you eventually get this value as I said in this equations. So if you want me to solve them, I can solve them. But see, I just said we are a projects channel. We make different type of stuff, not just this. Like we make projects also. Okay, so I also make videos about projects, and then other stuff that we talk about. So if you want, I can, but just you have to comment. So yeah, so meet you in the next one, and if you like this video, make sure to give a like, subscribe, and meet you in the next one. Till then, bye bye. And also make sure to comment what topic you do not understand, or basics you don't understand, or physically what is the significance of this thing, or yeah, may want me to simplify it in such a manner you understand. Then comment down below. Meet you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.